Hi, this is Ryan from R&B Paradise. I wanted to show you something that I've been working on, a little project that I've been doing for my shop. I wanted to show you what I did and how I built it and how it's working. Let's check it out. So this is a fireplace that I've been building for my shop. It's a 275-gallon oil tank that I've converted using a 55-gallon drum kit off of Amazon. You can get them other places but Amazon. Comes with this door. It comes with legs, but I didn't use them because the tank already had them. And then it comes with this butterfly flue right here. So what I did was I just used all the components off the 55-gallon drum because they're the same shape as this oil tank. So what I did was I lined it with brick. I put 8 bricks this way and then 7 long, and that left that little bit of a gap. In the 55-gallon drum kit, it says to line it with sand so that you don't burn through the bottom of the barrel. So instead of doing that, I just put in brick. So you can see, I just started a little bit ago. So it comes with this little part for air. I added this 2-inch pipe coupling that I just welded on the tank. Put a little spring there, double nutted it so I can adjust the airflow, because this isn't quite enough for this style fireplace. It would probably work pretty good for the 55-gallon drum, but so then what I did was I used three pieces of Durarock as an air barrier, as a fireproofing, because I'm only 18 inches or so away from the metal on my shop and I didn't want to discolor my paint or melt my paint. And then you just buy the chimney, which was pretty cheap. I just got that at my local Ace. And then I have a fan here that I turn on and have it blow air on the side of it and move the air around. It works really good. It gets nice and hot. The nice thing about doing this or using a barrel is you can use really long wood. So you cut a tree down, you can cut all the branches up, and this thing's 5 feet long, so you could cut them 4.5 feet long and they'll still fit. The door's just a little bit small in my opinion. Again, it's for a 55-gallon drum. If you were to put this on a 55-gallon drum, you use a sealed drum and you make this out of the 2-inch bung hole that's on top of the barrel. So instead of doing that, obviously I didn't have a bung hole in this, so I just drilled a hole and welded that on. But and it gets really hot. When it's full going, you can't sit next to it. So it's a great addition to my shop, and I've really enjoyed it. This is the 3rd fire that I've done with it. I'll check in a little bit and tell you how it's going. We'll take another quick video of the fire inside. Unfortunately, I don't have a temperature gauge out here. It's not really that cold tonight, but I thought it would be nice to just have a fire and make a video of my oil tank fireplace that's in my shop. So we'll check in a little bit. All right, we're just back at it a little bit here. It's burning good. Those 2 long pieces, that one and this one's a little wet, so they're not burning ideal, but it's hot. I'm 3 feet away and I can feel the heat on my face really good. And it's hot. So if you want to do this project, if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer them. I'm not going to put a link in. You can find it on Amazon really easy. Just put in 55-gallon drum fireplace kit and it'll pop right up. I can't remember how much it was, to be honest. But it's been a good little project, and I'm sure this winter it's going to be phenomenal. It's really awesome to be able to put in long branches and long pieces of wood and just really get a good hot fire in there is really awesome. You don't have to spend as much time cutting and splitting wood. You know, cutting it into 4.5 foot lengths versus, you know, 16 or something for a standard fireplace. That saves a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I mean, you can just stuff a ton of wood in this thing if you really wanted to. I'm sure I could just get it blazing and probably get it glowing if I really wanted to. Again, it's not that hot out here tonight, so I'm not really doing that, but it's just a great project, great to have around, and it was really easy to do it. It was fun to do it. If you do this, you can get these tanks off Craigslist fairly cheap. I got this one free from a local guy here in town. Make sure you clean it out really good. This one had diesel in it. Make sure you clean it out. Make sure you fire it up outside to burn off all the paint before you move it inside. So I just really highly recommend cleaning it really well. If it had any kind of flammable fuel in it, if it was gasoline, if it had gasoline in it, I would almost pass it up because you don't want to make a bomb. Diesel burns slow, burns hot, but man, it will smoke. And the paint, when it starts smoking because it's hot, you do not want to be around that. You want to do that outside. So get it all done, have a couple buddies help you move it outside or whatever. They're not that heavy, but do your first initial burn, get a nice big hot fire in there, do that outside. If you wanted, you could grind the paint off, but most of these have some sort of oil. A lot of people use them for diesel. You want to get that out of there before you start a fire inside your shop. It does a lot of backdrafting where the flames will shoot out the door and then it'll suck back in. That was my experience. Tons of smoke, so you don't really want to even have your chimney hooked up, nothing on your initial burn-in. So just make sure you do it right and do it outside your first time. Once it cools off, bring it inside, hook it all up, and you're good to go. I would recommend lining it with bricks. If you do the sand, you're just gonna lose the sand when you try to clean it out. So this way I can just clean it out, vacuum it out really good, and I'm ready to go again. So if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments and I will answer them. And you have a good day. And if you have a cold shop, this will heat it up. So again, this is Ryan at R&B Paradise. Have a good one.